If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome you all to this new lecture in power system where you are solving previous year gate questions. So today again we will be solving from question number 126 to up to question number 130. Okay, then let's try to solve this question. In question number 126, for a power system network with n nodes, Z33 of its bus impedance matrix is J0.5 per unit. The voltage at node 3 is 1.3 at an angle of -10. If a capacitor having reactance of this per unit is now added to the network between 3 and the reference node, then the current drawn by the capacitor in per unit is. So current drawn by the capacitor. Now unlike your admittance matrix, this impedance matrix is needed for your fault analysis, whereas admittance matrix was needed for load flow analysis, and your impedance matrix is needed for your fault analysis. Where this impedance matrix, its significance is the diagonal elements, that is Z33, this or Z11, Z22, this gives the Thevenin's equivalent from that bus. If you look into the system, suppose if I see what is Z33, that is they have given 0.5, that is if you look from bus 3, then if you look from bus 3, what should be the Thevenin's equivalent? So you can write bus 3 as a, so for fault analysis, that's what we do, three-phase fault analysis, what we do, from that bus we look around this and we see what is the Thevenin's voltage. So my system voltage is always treated as pre-fault voltage in load flow, and in fault calculation, the pre-fault voltage of that bus where the fault is occurring, that is taken as 1 per unit in fault analysis. But here it is not fault analysis, here pre-fault voltage is given of that bus, so it is 1.3 at an angle of -2. So you know the voltage here, you know the Thevenin's equivalent from this side. If you look into the system, then this is the Thevenin's equivalent, which is given at J0.5. so this is the circuit which is looking like you, this is open for you. Now you have connected a capacitor from this bus to the ground, so a capacitor is now connected. So obviously you can find what will be the current through it. You have known the Thevenin's equivalent from that point. Now you are connecting a load, what should be the current? So it is as simple as it is, that is 1.3 at an angle of -10 divided by J0.5 plus, that is minus J3.5. So if you do this one, I think you will get answer 0.433 at an angle of 8. 1 to 7. Two adjacent three-phase lines run parallel to each other. Okay. The equations describing the voltage drop in both these lines given, V1, A, B, C, and 2 is for second line, 1 is for first line. So this is connected to this and this, they are interconnected. Okay. Compute the self and mutual zero sequence impedances of the system, that is component Z011 between, so it is between first one, that is phase 1, between system 1 Z2 sequence, then system 0 and 1, first system and second system 1 and 2, or 2 and 1, then last in between that system 2. Okay, so you know what is in transmission line, what is Z0, that is Zs plus 3Zm. So if I go for Z011, that is for the first system, it is Zs plus 2Zm. Now you have to see for the first system what is your matrix. You forget about this, you forget about all these things, forget about this, forget about this, just think about this ABC and this current I1, B1, C1. How they are connected? Using this determinant, the first matrix, because this will be equal to this into this, this into this, this into this. You forget about these two because I am talking about. So if you forget, so this and this ABC, A1, B1, C. So if you see this one, that represents your relation between 1 and 1. So that is actually Z11, and from that if you want to find Z0, so which one is self? Self one is 0.15. What is mutual? That is 0.05. So it is 0.15 plus 2 into 0.05, which will give you 0.25. And because it is symmetry, what is our okay, we will see. Now Z012 between 1 and 2. Between 1 and 2, what is the relation? Between 1 and 2, this matrix is the relation. You can see either you can go by this matrix or this matrix, because 2 and then 1. So B2 will be this into this, this into this, this into this. So either 2, 1 or 1, 2. So here I am writing 1, 2. So you think about this matrix. This is connected to I1, I2, I3 by using this matrix, because B1 is this into I2, this into B2, this into IC2. So this matrix, so in this matrix what is self? Self is 0.04, what is mutual? That is also 0.04. So if you do this one, it is 0.12. Now similarly you can find this is also Z021, because from 2 and 1 you see this is again the relation same, and Z022 between 2 and 2, between 2 and 2, this is the matrix between 2 and 2. You can see V2 will be this into this, this into this, this into this. Now you forget all these things. This is equal to this multiplied by this. So from here what is self? 0.15. Again same, 2 into 0.05. So it will be also same like with Z11. So this is your answer. You can see the relationship they have given, that is the same. This into this. So this relation, this one is actually your Z011. They have already given you. That's what I explained. This is Z011. Because B1, I1, this is the matrix that is relating. B1, I2, this is the matrix that is relating, that is Z012. B2, I1, this is the matrix which relates 2 and 1. This is the matrix which relates 2 and 2. Next, if you come to 1 to 8, the magnitude of a three-phase fault current at bus A and B of a power system are 10 pu, 8 pu respectively. Neglect all resistance in the system. Consider a pre-fault system to be unloaded. The pre-fault voltage of all the buses is 1. The voltage magnitude at bus B during a three-phase fault at bus A is 0.8. So this is given, bus A and bus B, two buses, three-phase fault currents they have given. Okay. The voltage magnitude of bus B during a fault at bus A. So there is a fault at bus A now, during which the voltage, here the voltage is at 0.8. The voltage magnitude bus A during a fault in 3. Okay. So you know the current also. What is current? If there is a fault in bus A, the current is three-phase fault current at bus A is 10 pa per unit. This current is also now IF equal to 10. This you don't know. You can see it in this way. This side voltage is 1, this side voltage is 0.8, and this one you don't know what is the reactance between A and X, but the current you know. So how the current you will calculate? That will be 1 minus 0.8 divided by this Jx, that should be equal to 10. They have given. So from here this X is nothing but this is the reactance between A and. So if you calculate from here, you will calculate your X will be equal to 0.02. That is 1 minus 0.8 by Jx, which is equal to 10. If you do it is 0.02. Now once you know this one, now same thing you can do. If there is a fault in B now what should be the voltage here? Again the current will be same, the fault current of B. This is fault current of A. What is the fault current of B? 8 per unit. And here now the voltage is 1 now. So 1 minus now this voltage VA divided by now J.0. So if you calculate from here, you will calculate what will be the V. This is in case of fault at B. And this is in case of fault at A. So this is 1, this is they have given 8, this is X, you don't know, current you know, what is the current flowing in the circuit? 10. So from here you calculate this X. Using this X, now you calculate for second case, now the current is flowing here, here is fault, that is 8. This voltage is 1, this voltage you don't know. So if you now calculate again, it will be 0.84. If you come to 129, a 330 MVA, 3-phase 50 Hz 13.8 star connected synchronous generator, positive, negative and zero sequence given. The reactance connected between neutral. Okay, there is a Xn is there, that means 3 Xn will come. The generators are grounded, and between generator and ground the double line to ground fault takes place involving B and C. B and C double line to ground, that is our standard unsymmetrical fault analysis. With a fault impedance is also given ZF, so that will also come 3 ZF. The value of Xn, that will be limit the positive sequence generator current is 24270. So the current is given in actual value, and these are all in per unit. So first job is to convert this current into per unit. Before that we cannot analyze it. So it will be 4270 divided by base current. What is I base? That is what is 30 MVA base, 30 into 10 to the power 6 divided by root 3 into 13.8 into 10 to the power 3. So if you divide it by this base, you will get this per unit value is 3.40 per unit. Now what is double line to ground fault symmetrical fault analysis? Is positive sequence and then negative sequence. How is the next sequence? This is zero sequence, and then this fault type will also come. This is the way double line to fault current comes into the picture. These are given to you 0.15, 0.15 J, J.05, then 3 into Xn, then also 3 ZF, that fault will also come, that is 3.3. So all these things will come. Now this fault current, this is actually positive sequence generator current, not fault current. So they have given this one, IA1 actually, the positive sequence fault current. that positive sequence part, but that means this one is given. So now you can calculate. This is, we always take default voltage is 1, so you can calculate normal way, normal series parallel resistance. So this current you know, this voltage you know, so what is the impedance from here? V by I. So V is 1, I is 3.4. this is your impedance, and from series parallel also you can calculate impedance, that is 0.15. J you forget, just you think for magnitude because angle is not matter here. So it is 0.15, that will be parallel with 3xn, this one we are doing, and this parallel combination is then added with 0.15. You can say 3xn plus 0.3 plus 0.35, 0.05. So it is 0.35, then 3xn. This is parallel with this, and the entire thing is in series with 0.15. So you can do this series parallel combination. If you do, I am not doing it, you can do it. It is 0.15 into this divided by this plus this. Do some LCM, take 0.15 that side. Complete the equation. You will find your xn should be equal to 1.07, 106 around, or equal to 1.1 around. The start side of a start delta transformer is shown in figure. The negative, if it is excited by negative sequence voltage, you have to be careful. Negative sequence voltage, that is B A B C, normally positive sequence. So negative sequence will be B A C B. If we go move around this path, and this is okay. Now you have to see the relation between these two. Now this type of things you have to be very careful. Now first let me mark the start side, then you see how we will draw the delta phasors. So this side you mark it. This, suppose you write A1 A2, this coil, and this coil you write B1 B2, and this coil you write C1 C2. Suppose capital, because this side they have given capital. How this is connected, this you take it as it is, you don't change the orientation of these coils. So this coil is directly taken here, this coil is taken here, and this coil is taken here. Using these three coils you have to form a triangle. So don't change the direction, don't rotate it. So you can think that this is directly connected here, this is connected here, and this is connected here. The same thing that I am doing here. So first this one I will open. So I will connect this one here with marking this one as A1 now. This is at A2. So next I will put this one because it should look like this. So this is my B1, it becomes B2. And similarly next I will put this one here. So this is your C1, this is your C2. These are the values they have marked, A, C, B. This is capital A, capital B, capital C. Now this coil, so once you show this coil, you are directly replacing from here to here. So the voltage across this, the voltage across this, they will be at same phase, exactly same phase. Only the magnitude will differ, number of turns. If you are giving more turns here now, so voltage will be more, but they will be at same phase. Whatever the voltage, same voltage will induce here. This only across this. So here across this, what is the voltage? Across this it is phase N to neutral. Suppose this is VA. So this is the voltage that is across your this coil. So the same voltage will come here, the same one, the same phasor. But here the name will change. It is now VAB, because here you can say the voltage across this is VAB. Here the voltage across this. So both are at same phase. That's why I am writing it. Phase means if it is flat, it will be also flat. Okay. Now you can see once you know this one, because it is negative sequence. So what will be the next one? It will be VC. It will be VB. Because it is negative sequence, after AC will come. They have excited it with negative sequence. Now what is the volt? Now they are asking the relation between this VAB and here VAB. So here what will be the VAB? VB is here. So VAB will be somewhere here. So now you can easily relate. So this voltage and this voltage. What is the relation? Which one is leading? This one is leading this one by 30, and you know this angle is 30. So this VAB lags this voltage by 30 degree, or reverse. This voltage is leading this voltage by 30. So here it is written in terms of, so this is lagging the voltage VAB by an angle of 30 degree. That is your option D. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.